guy. I'm down here in lovely San Antonio, and I invited a long, familiar face to the Texas indie professional wrestling scene. If you don't know who this man is, you haven't been around. Mike, Knoxville.
How's it going, sign guy?
How's it going, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. What's going on?
You've kind of been like a shadow the last year or so, ever since our company closed down here in San Antonio, a little ways out.
Yeah. Ever since, I don't know, am I allowed to say initials?
Yeah. Go ahead, because, you know.
Ever since SCW, kind of closed down, me and, I didn't care. To be perfectly honest with you, man, I actually hated working there for him.
Really?
The only thing that kept me working for SCW was Ladder.
Yeah, when
Ladder, Dell, Jacobs, those guys, because, those are my buddies, but Don had a good heart. His heart was in the right place, but he couldn't pull his head out of his ass. That's the bottom line there. So I feel bad for him that SCW went out of business or folded or lost a bar, whatever happened. I don't know, not my business. I feel bad for him because it gave the guys another place to work.
And it was a good venue.
A good venue. Oh man, that place was. And he put so much of his blood, sweat, and tears into that place, just building it, and that whole entrance area that when we came out, he built that by hand. No company came in and did it or anything like that. Yeah. The whole concept of that building was his idea. So, I feel bad for him, but
now
it is what it is.
A lot of people don't know you used to be a wrestler too.
In between the middle. I started off as a ref. Actually, I didn't even start off as a ref. I started off helping set up the ring. Just to, Showtime said, hey, we're having this show. And when I first met him, you want to come out? You can help me set up the ring, tear down the ring, whatever. I was like, oh, yes. I've just always wanted to have some little piece to do with it.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I don't care what I do. So I showed up, helped him set up the ring, watched the show, helped run security, whatever. The bus is loud.
Yeah, you're good.
At the end of it, they invited me back again. That next show, you're more than welcome to come. Sweet. So I went to the next show. Then they found out I worked in radio. Oh, hey, you worked in radio. We need an announcer tonight. Here's a microphone. Okay. So I did a couple shows where I was announcing. And, what ended up happening is after we get the ring set up and everything, the first show that I was ever at, the second show, third show, fourth show, after we get set up, they'd get me in there, teach me things, teach me to run the ropes, teach me to take bumps, teach me to ref.
Oh, yeah.
Chewy,
they got the front doors locked. Sorry guys.
They taught me, they taught me how to do everything, and kind of, and then it came to a point, which oddly enough, I think I brought up to you when I first got here, before we started taping. The place where we're at right now, I actually reffed my very first match in front of a crowd.
Nice.
And the only thing that I really remember from it is we had to change across the street in that building over there and walk across the street to this big open area that was out there.
Oh, okay.
And then one of the guys in the match, someone with a clothesline takes it, boom, gets knocked out.
Man.
One of my first memories of ever getting into a ring, actually in front of people and people seeing me, other than the microphone in my hand or, trying to do half-ass commentary. So.
Now you've been in wrestling, what, 10 years? 9 years?
No,
years?
not even.
Not even?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Okay.
7 or 8 years.
Close.
Yeah. I had a crash course in my learning. I was taught as I went, and when I screwed up, it was handled in the locker room by the veterans, pulling me aside, talking to me, privately, or chewing my ass in front of everybody, or making an ass of me, or whatever. It's fine. I understand. I get it. I owe huge things when I very, very first started to guys like El Latino, Tito, this guy named Eurocane. Probably people don't even know who he is. those guys kind of helped mold me. And then when I got involved, with Darren and Ladder and, all those guys, and then, getting real training and real experience under my belt and everything, and kind of being put in situations where I had to adapt and had to learn, I'm so grateful for it.
Now, Mission Darren and ACW used to be a mainstay there at ACW. Can you tell a lot of the fans what happened, or was that closed curtain, or
part of that's closed curtain? That's between me, Darren, Rachel, and Ladder. What happened there. What I can say is, do I regret what happened? Yes and no. I got put in a position where I kind of had to choose a side, and chose a side. Did I make a lot of enemies by doing that? I did. Did I make any friends doing that? I didn't. Am I remorseful and regretful? I am, because I feel that I hurt. Me going with Ladder to like SCW and being with him, and outside of what else happened, I feel I hurt two people who I thought were more than just good friends, more than they were family to me. I could call Darren, I could call Rachel anytime I needed somebody to talk to when I was having problems. They stuck with me friendship-wise and professional-wise, going through a really bad relationship, going through drug rehab, going through jail, going through my brother passing away, my father passing away. I would turn to them, and 2 years later, almost 3 years later, I haven't spoken to them. I've written them messages, Facebook, whatever. No response. I've tried to apologize to them. I've reached out to apologize to them. Just to not even if it's to go back to ACW more. I would love to, but I understand if I'm not welcomed back there. But it's just to reach out to them and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm the one who fucked up. I understand what I did. Please accept my apology. And then, but I like to feel I helped build ACW. I do. And the reason I say that is because when they first started off, I was the one who was, helping make sure the ring was set up.
Yeah.
Set up, tore down, chairs, entrance, getting the ring from one place to the next. Handing out flyers, talking to people, when MySpace was big, advertising every which way you can. And then, if anybody ever goes back and looks at those old tapes or those old the DVDs and whatnot from the original, when ACW first started out, I was the ref in almost every single match.
It was you or
Porter
or Presley or
Presley. Yeah, me, Porter, or Presley. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand this, but y'all are actually the figure that people see most all in the ring, because y'all are there most of the time.
Yeah.
And y'all's faces are connected a lot with the territories.
Yeah, and I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that aspect. People didn't know my name. I could care less. As long as I did my job and I helped the two guys that are in the ring put on one hell of a show, and I could help them do that, then my job was done. The fact that people knew my name after the fact, me doing, some of the stupid stuff, like letting Darren and Ladder throw me through electrified light tubes, or I don't know. There's a DVD of Seguin where Ladder takes a kendo stick laced with thumbtacks and just cracks the shit out of me with it. Not many refs would let or allow themselves to be put in that position. I was okay with it. I didn't mind. I enjoyed it. Because as long as it made sense and it told the story. Because every now and again, the ref has to take a bump and has to take a sick bump.
Right.
And I like to think that I am one of the few or handful of refs that are like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You need this done? I'll do it.
I can only count another one other ref that would actually do that besides you. That's it.
Jeff?
Well, okay, two. But another one that works down in the Central Texas area that would do it.
Yeah. So, and I But, you know, Darren and Rich, I take my hat off to them for everything they've accomplished. You know, I'm very proud of them. I still follow ACW. I read their message boards. I read what people tweet. I read what people write on Facebook. I read all that stuff because it's still like a little home to me.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm very, very proud of them in everything that they've accomplished. You know, they're if not nationally recognized right now, damn close to it. And I know for a fact they're internationally recognized because my brother-in-law knew who they were before my wife married me. And he's in the UK. He's in Northern Ireland. And he had some of their DVDs. So they've got a far-reaching audience.
They do.
So.
They do. Videos take you everywhere.
Yep.
So I got a question for you though, and it's not wrestling related, but a lot of people want to know. A lot of people. I'm pretty sure. Are you any killed to Johnny Knoxville?
Yes, how many times I gotta answer this?
Well, I was not on my
How many
thing.
times?
Let's see. Everybody asks me. I'm like, I don't know. I'll ask them when I see him.
It's easy but hard to explain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so. Yeah.
My mother was adopted, and through going through adoption records, things like that, found out like his mom and my mom are sisters, which makes me and him cousins. However, my mother has no contact with that family, whatever, you know, she could care less.
Have you ever talked to him?
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah.
I've talked to him a couple times. Not necessarily pleasant conversations.
Oh, okay.
I know I've talked shit about him and said whatnot, but the honest to God truth, I don't know the man well enough to pass judgment on him.
Gotcha.
All I know is what you know, to tell you the truth. I did get a message from him one day, you know, telling me he wanted me to stop using the Knoxville name. Well, okay, I'm not going to. Well, I'm going to sue you then. Well, you can't. Because I'm not going around going, hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. I'm Johnny Knoxville. I'm not doing none of that. I'm Mike Knoxville. I didn't even give myself the fucking name. Showtime gave me my name. Showtime Scott Summers gave me Mike Knoxville. Because he cut a promo one time and said, you look like a Johnny Knoxville on crack. I'm calling you Mike Knoxville.
Now we know how you got your name.
That's how I got my name.
There we go. Now we know.
So, and it just stuck. And you know what? At first I was like, But then I just, fuck it. And then realized I could have fun with it, you know. And there was other projects, you know, that, you know, we did that I kind of stole from Jackass a little bit, you know, like, hi, I'm Mike Knoxville, we're in Atlantic City, you know, type shit, you know, but no laughing. No laughing. Whoever that is back there, Tree. Stop laughing at me, Tree. But yeah, no, we're cousins, but we don't communicate, you know. Truth be told, he probably couldn't give two shits to piss on me if I was on fire, because you don't know who I am, all that matters, so.
Well, speaking of, let's go back to wrestling. Got a little sidetrack there. Okay, you wrestled. I mean, you reffed a lot of matches.
I have reffed a lot of matches.
A lot of matches.
A lot of matches.
Probably too many to count. Are there any matches besides you get that you like to that actually stand out?
That stand out?
Yes, that you actually, you know, sometimes wake up in a cold sweat. Like, oh my God.
There's a few. There's one that was early on in my career. It was myself, Darren, Rachel, and Ladder had gone to Del Rio to work for Rudy Boy Gonzalez down in Del Rio doing something. Ladder was in this match. It was a body bag match against Schizo.
Okay.
And they did this thing where Schizo put Ladder in the body bag, put him on a table, but then he zipped it up too far. So Ladder's having a hard time protecting himself a little bit. And Schizo got on top of this ladder. Now, this ladder wasn't like an 8-foot ladder or a 10-foot ladder. It was like 15 feet high in the ring. Ladder's outside the ring on the concrete. Schizo comes off the top with an elbow and hit him in the head. You know, that match sticks out to me. You know, bits and pieces of it stick out to me because I saw my friend get hurt.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, mind you, completely unintentionally. Some of the other matches that I've had the pleasure to ref, Matt Seidel, Evan Bourne, whatever you want to call him, versus JT LaMotta. That was fucking phenomenal. Mischief and Nikki Rocks at, I believe, was the first Queen of Queens. I believe. Could be wrong. I don't remember. Jimmy Jacobs and Sean Vex in the Lone Star Classic at that Texas Wolverine, All-Star Wolverine gym.
Okay.
When Jimmy Jacobs won the Lone Star Classic.
Okay.
It was the final match. It was spectacular because I saw Jimmy, who I've become quasi-friends with, you know, have this like awesome match, and saw Sean Vex get elevated to a new level.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Seeing in person would be probably Quackenbush and Claudio Castagnoli. That was really good. Let's see. Oh my God, so many to go through. Scotty Riggs and Showtime.
Oh,
That was.
I heard about that match.
That was. You can get to see a copy of that. It's fucking insane. I've been in the ring. Oh God, man. Masada and Matthew Palmer the first time at Mohawk in Austin, when Masada picked him up, Palmer up, and powerbombed him from the ring through those chairs that were kind of makeshift set up. Masada and Mike Dell. Let's see, Jacobs and I've seen Jacobs in there with a bunch of guys that have been really, really good, and those matches have been good. Like Jacobs and Dingo. Let's see. I wasn't there for. I saw clips of Junior and Jacobs. I thought was really, you know, I thought was good. I'm a huge fan of Jacobs' stuff. So.
Yes.
But I don't. Yeah, but there's so many. It's kind of hard to decipher. And as you know, I've taken a few lumps to the head over the past couple years. So.
Well, is there anything you want to say to anybody out there before we cut this? Anything? Anybody want to, just anything you want to say in closing?
I'm still available for bookings. I kind of wrestle. I'm not the greatest wrestler in the world. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the smallest. I'm not flippy chick guy. I'm not going to be doing flips and stuff like that. It's going to be very old school, slow pace kind of thing, because I'm old. I'm going to be 33 years old. I've had a few health problems. I'll ref anywhere you want me to ref. I'll come ref for you. But most of all, I just thank you. Thank you for the fact that you even know who I am. Thank you for the fact that every now and again I'll get a Facebook message. How have you been? How you doing? We miss you here. We miss you there. Thank you for asking me to do this. And I appreciate everybody. I love everybody. And everybody from my past, I miss them, I love them, I'm proud of them, and I hope much, much success, and I'm very easy to get a hold of.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Knoxville, the face of referees.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
that's why I call you the face of referees.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have a great night, okay?
You too.